led by What up, what up, what up, what up, yo? Welcome to another edition of We Got Next, a special edition, Saturday morning, 11:45 Eastern Time, 11:48 Eastern Time. So, for College Basketball Hangout. What's good, y'all? What we got going on here? We got a couple people in here. Justin, what's hot, what's hot, what's hot? What you got here, man? What you got? Some Marquette, Wisconsin, Rutgers, Illinois, Duke, Georgia Tech, Oregon, Michigan. Teece, give me Yale, Vermont. Yeah, we can talk about that one, Andrew. Oh yeah. So let me start out with what we got. Well, I mean, we can talk about what you guys want real quick here. Let's start out with the Marquette, Wisconsin, because I actually have Marquette on my card today. This actually was a tough game to cap. The numbers clearly favor Marquette, but the line is it's telling me Wisconsin, man. That's the crazy part. I don't understand what's going on here. Wisconsin's at home, but I definitely think Marquette is head and shoulders above Wisconsin. As far as points per game, they're scoring eight points a game more than Wisconsin, and they shoot better field goal percentage, better 3-point percentage. Marquette, this is, and their offensive ratings, pretty high, and around 50, in the low 50s, and their defensive ratings around the same spot where Wisconsin's hovering, I think, around the close to 200 in the offensive rating, and a little bit lower at probably around $1.50, 150 in the defensive rating. So I couldn't go any other way, because I think if Wisconsin makes this a game, it's going to be at the end. I think they're going to have to play catch up with this Marquette team. But in all honesty, they really need to jump on it from the door. But I just don't think that they'll be ready for this Marquette team. So I took Marquette, and I didn't put a banner up because I wasn't going to talk about this game. But let me just take a look and see what I took that game at, because I want to say it was like one or maybe a pick. Or no, that was Memphis. That was a pick. I got it at -1.5. So I took the first half -1.5 in the Wisconsin Marquette. I took Marquette. Jay Peasy took Jacksonville. What's up, Jay Peasy? Versus Georgia Southern. What am I missing in this game? Hasn't lost by less than 4 all season. I think you're missing the I guess the competition. I mean, let me pull that game up real quick. Georgia Southern. Man, you threw me off on that one, JPZ. I wasn't ready for it. Yeah, Jacksonville. Yeah, I mean, that's another thing. This line, man. It's craziness, man. The line is the same way in this Wisconsin. But at the same time, it looks the same way on in all the numbers. This game is the same way as Marquette is to Wisconsin. There's that much of a difference, except for even in the offensive rating and the defensive rating, with Georgia Southern, they're in the low 200s and the mid 100s in defensive rating, where you're looking at like 300, like at the bottom of the NCAA for Georgia Southern. You know, that's a good look there, man. Especially the first half. I think they, you know, Georgia. Yeah, I mean, I'll have to look closer to that game. That game's a 3 p.m. start here in the East Coast. So I'm gonna take a look at that some more. But I appreciate you bringing that one up, JPZ. That was one that I didn't have on my radar there. What's up, D Nizzle? Tatiana, what's good? What's good? Jacksonville already beat him by 17. Yeah, but that could be. It all depends. Georgia Southern could respond to that. I don't know. Being that they faced them already, I'll have to look at that, man. I'll have to look at the end of that game if Jacksonville looked like they were picking it up at all. The last Sunday played, I'll have to check that out. But let's get back to Justin here, and we'll look at one more game of yours and the Rutgers Illinois game. That was the game that I was looking at, man. But I haven't had too much luck with Rutgers any way that I bet them. I think I won a first half a couple weeks ago that was like a double asterisk. I took the under first half, and I think they barely got in the 50s. So, and it was high too. It was 66. In fact, I closed an open parlay on that and cashed out like $2,200. I remember that game now. So, yeah, I mean, I'd have to look at that a little deeper. But I was looking at taking that first half under, but something was just scaring me off it, and I don't know what. So, and the Duke Georgia Tech game, that was another game, man, that I didn't really have much interest in. I think the number's too high, but I don't want to bet against Duke. But I do think the number's too high. I think you can get a cover out of Georgia Tech in this game being at home. Andrew, to the game that you want. You want Yale and Vermont. I did not play this game, and I'll tell you why I did not play this game. Because normally, Vermont at home on a Saturday. Come on, man, give me that money. But I'm sorry, I need a drink of water, but I don't know what I did with my water bottle. There it is. Yeah, this game. Let me pull it up because I do have notes on this because like I said, I was going to take it, but I backed off it, and the reason behind that is I think that's like a 7:00 game or something. Let's take a look here. Vermont. Where you at, Vermont? There you are. All right. So looking at these teams are basically identical in everything, every fucking stat. And that's what you got a slight advantage with Vermont in the field goal percentage and the 3-point percentage, but maybe like 2% or something, nothing big. They do average 3 more 3-pointers a game, Vermont does. But as far as everything goes, I mean the foul shooting clearly, the edge clearly goes to Yale. They're shooting 73%, and Vermont shooting 64%. So, come the end of this game, that could come into play, which I think it will, because I think Vermont's going to be down. So that could come into play, and that could allow Vermont to get a backdoor cover or a win. I forget what this line was. It was kind of small though. Let me just pull that up because I can't remember what it was offhand. I want to say it was like 3. I don't know. I don't want to quote something and then be wrong, So, but I am curious now. Now you got it in my mind now. So I want to see where that game is at. NCAA basketball. I hate how this sports book resets me every time I go off the screen. So I got to pull it back up and then scroll all through everything. And Try and find the numbers on this. All right, so Yale Vermont. It's 1.5. The game's 1.5. The first is probably a pick. Uh, Yale's minus 102. First half. First half is Vermont minus 125. So that's what we made money on, Vermont first half. And I think this is a carryover with them at minus 125 and being favored for the first half. I think that's just a carryover from everybody just taking Vermont automatically at home. But I mean, it's the only way that I would play it if I was going to play it. But I mean, if you look at the numbers in this game, they're just so identical. It's just disgusting. I mean, you know, the offensive rating and the defensive rating are just so close to each other. The true shooting percentage does go to Vermont though, but turnovers they're both getting like 9 turnovers a game, and Vermont's averaging like 5 steals a game, where Yale's averaging I think 6, and it's just a really close matchup. And one of the things that I like to look at when I'm capping a game is rebounds, like the boards, who's dominating the boards. And as far as rebounds go, these teams are just spot on close. 32.3 rebounds per game for Vermont. I mean for Yale, and 32.9 rebounds per game for Vermont. So, and then the offensive rebounds are 7.4 for Yale and 7.8 for Vermont. So it's just really, really close. I think it's a coin flip of a game, and I don't want to take it. But if I were to lay money on it, it would be Vermont first half. So, and you know that, Andrew. So, all right, let's move on here. Yeah, I'm gonna look deeper into that game, JPZ, and I'll shoot you a text if I think anything's suspect in that, man. I'll get on Marquette first half. Yeah, that's cool. Right on, Justin. I mean, it's not one of my favorite plays today, but I did take it for a unit. So, all right, so let's get to the games that I'm on. Actually, I was going to talk about Marquette. There it is. First half minus 5.5. No way. What the hell? That ain't right. What am I looking at, man? What the hell? Where the hell I get that number from? That's craziness. 5.5. Huh. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking on that one. Let's get that out of there. Maybe I was thinking Northern Kentucky. I think I was thinking Northern Kentucky. I think that I'm almost positive. Let me fix that, because I'm pretty sure I was thinking Northern Kentucky in this spot here. So I'm gonna fix that real quick and pull it back up. My bad, y'all. Sorry about that. Had a little bit of breakfast. I had a little bit of strawberry crusher today. So, there we go. All right, Northern Kentucky minus 5.5 first half. All right, let's pull this game up, and that is the line, minus 5.5. So that is the game I was talking about. All right, so they're playing Ooey Pooey, as Dave like picks from Dave likes to call him there. Let me see here. You have let me see. As points per game, you're averaging about 4 points a game higher with Northern Kentucky, and field goal percentage are 4% better. Shooting from the field. 3-point percentage are 5% better than Ooey Pooey. I can't say that, man. It's just weird. And rebounds, both of them are pretty even in the rebounds. 29 for Northern Kentucky, 28 for Ooey Pooey. I can't say that, man. I gotta, but I don't want to sit there and just call out their whole name, That's just weird. Damn it. What a weird school, man. Like, change your shit up. That's freaking weird. That's just really weird. So anyway, whew, back to the game. Back to the game. Let me pull my notes back up there. um this game's already started, so I don't even know why we're talking about it. It just started actually. So anyway, sorry about that. I should have kicked off with that first. I forgot I had a noon game, but I had my card up on the on my Twitter page for the last hour. So uh, I apologize. Yeah, Ramon. I wasn't even paying attention to that, man. My bad. All right, so let's talk about the next team that I was going to talk about is High Point. I like this High Point squad, man, and I think you're getting good value on them today. Uh, Going against North Florida, I think they're a better team than North Florida. North Florida is 4-4, High Point's 5-3, and I've been following High Point, and I don't know why. I just picked them to follow them closely since the beginning of the season, and they've impressed me. They've impressed me a little bit. With the first real game, I guess they played against Wofford, and they played them tight. It was 90. They lost 99-98. They're a good first half team, and that's why I like them because first half guy, and they've been a first half cover machine. They're up by what 5 points at the half to Wofford. So, and they were getting points that first half too. And then they played Queens. They ended up losing by 2 points to Queens. So there's 2 losses on your season right there. But they were up at the half, and I believe they were getting points in this game too. It might have been like 1 or 2. I can't remember offhand because this is back 2 weeks ago. So almost 3 weeks ago. But and then Iona, I expected Iona just to whoop the shit out of them, and they whooped the shit out of Iona. And I mean whooped the shit out of them bad, man. They were up by 9 at the half, and then ended up winning 82-68. And I think that's the win that surprised me. And then when they played Hofstra just the other day, I guess last Sunday, and in that game they I'm sorry, not last Wednesday, the 22nd, Wednesday the 22nd. So and Hofstra beat them by 5, but this team, it's a point scorer. So the over I think could be a play here as well, but I didn't like it. I thought it was a little bit too high. Let me get back to it here. At 153, and then the first half total in this game is, of course, I gotta wait for this thing to reset again. This is crap, man. Every time I go off the page, it resets. I should just pull my local up, but his lines are always like really shaded against me for some reason. I think he knows who I'm going to pick. But all right, so let's pull that up. High Point, where are you at? And I hate this, man. Gotta sit there and scroll through. I need to have like 3 tablets and a bunch of shit sitting next to me to be able to just go bloop bloop bloop. So anyway, first half, High Point's given 5 points, and oh no, that's the full game. First half, they are 2.5 point favorites, and the total 73.5. Do I think this can get over 73.5? I do. I do think you can get over 73.5. But the only problem that I have with that is that actually I don't have a problem with it. I think it goes over 73.5. I'm looking at this closer now, and you have a North Florida team who, for the let me see, last game against Iowa, they lost 103-78. But I mean, what do you expect? It was Iowa, but they were hanging with them at the half, 47-43. So they scored 90 points there, and then against LSU, they scored. It was 36-18, so they didn't score much there. But LSU's not a fast-paced team, so if you look at these faster-paced teams like a Charleston Southern and South Carolina State, I think the over is a really good play in this spot. And I'm going to add that onto the card, considering that this is a 2 p.m. game Eastern time. So High Point -1.5 and the over 73.5, and that's at Caesars at 73. You can probably get it lower at FanDuel, to be honest with you. And then next game up, we'll talk about and see what you guys have to say in the chat here. What's up, Don Play? Sorry, I'm not all energetic today, but it's been a while since I've been energetic, huh? All right, so next play up that I have on my card is Oakland. Oakland, first half -3, and Oakland is taking on where we at? I really should. I'm getting mad at myself, so I apologize. Oakland's taking on Purdue Fort Wayne. This is a 3 p.m. Eastern game. Purdue Fort Wayne 7-1, Oakland 5-3. But when I looked at this game, and this is actually a spot where normally I would take the visitor coming in with the better record, and I just think the visiting spot is a play that I like to play when I'm looking at first halves. That's the first thing I'm looking at as who's the visiting team, and that's actually the first look when I look at a game. And I look at this Purdue Fort Wayne team. They haven't played too many people here, of any significance anyway. And I mean Green Bay and San Francisco. San Francisco actually beat them by 6 at the half, and they didn't cover. So Purdue Fort Wayne covered the spread in the first half on that one. Against South Dakota, South Dakota whooped them up in the first half, and Purdue was actually favored. Purdue Fort Wayne was favored. I mean, they just played crappy teams, and I guess the one good team, if you want to call them good, big conference anyway, DePaul. They were actually beating DePaul at the half, 41-33, but it's DePaul. I mean, I can't really take much stock in that. So, but I was looking probably more at the numbers when I looked at this, and I didn't look at the last games, how they're doing in the first half. But the numbers is significantly I don't want to say they significantly favor Purdue Fort Wayne, because they're not that much better, number wise, and they're better on the boards, and that's one thing that I liked in this matchup is I think Oakland can get the ball underneath and score, and get a couple offensive rebounds, get some second chance shots, and I get I'm sorry, I'm just looking at this game, and it feels like an Oakland spot to me. But don't go crazy on this play. This isn't a play that I went crazy on, just because it's one of those spots where, like the Marquette and the other game we were talking that Jay Peasy was talking about, the Jacksonville Georgia Southern, but there was one more game that we were talking about that was like this too. So I just feel that Oakland can take care of business today, at least in the first half. So that's where I went. And the next game up that I have is Memphis first half -106, and this play, I think this Memphis team is underrated. In all honesty, I think they're a good team. They're fast, they're athletic, and I'm pulling up my notes, obviously, on this game. I got to find it. They're just I like this Memphis team. I do. Are they going to make a deep run in the tournament? No, I don't believe so. But I think they can get into the Sweet 16 at least. If I can just figure out where this game is at, we'll be all right. Let's see here. And I've got all my cards pulled, all my plays for today pulled up on the card on my Twitter page if you all want to check that out and see what else I'm on, because I'm on some big plays too, to be honest with you. And Memphis, where you at? All right, Memphis is playing Ole Miss. That's right. It's an early game. I was way past it. That's why. So, looking at this game, I just think we have a more athletic squad and a different style team than Ole Miss has faced. And taking them in Memphis in the first half. Now, I'm not taking a full game, nor did I even think about taking a full game, because I think this Mississippi team can adjust, but I think Memphis shocks them. I think that they're seeing a different type of offense and team when they go against this Memphis squad. You look at who Ole Miss has played, and just by far is the most athletic and, like, I want to say run and gun type team. Like they're just. I like them. I think I like them, and I like their style of play. Ole Miss has played NC State, Temple, Sam Houston, Detroit, Eastern Washington, and Alabama State, where Memphis has played Villanova, which they got beat pretty handily by Villanova, but this is a damn good Villanova squad. They actually shocked me. It shocked me. I thought losing Cam Whitmore to the draft, a freshman out of leaving Villanova, one and done, that just blew my mind, man. It blew my mind. So, but they've also played Arkansas, Michigan, and, I just go by the strength of the schedule here. And the team that actually, these are the last 3 games that they played, Villanova, Arkansas, and Michigan. They won 2 out of 3 of these. And, I think that they're ready for this Ole Miss team, and I think they come out and show it. So I'd be all over Memphis first half 106, guys, to be honest with you. You guys have anything else to say before we shut it down here? There you go. I like that play. No points so far, though, through 5:30. Damn, I didn't even know that game started already. Shit, man. I'm like slipping. Jeez, oh wow, that's terrible. Oh man, I don't know if I bet it. No, I put it in. I'm joking, but wow, that's craziness. Oh yeah, it started at noon. I did bet this game. I forgot. Yeah, it's 9-5 now. Damn, the under was probably a good play on this. But those 120 scare me, man. They really do. But I need Northern Kentucky to win this first half by 6. So I'd like to see them go on a nice run or something, But UAP is just a little bit better than they were last year. They're not as bad as they were last year. Let's put it that way. So let's take a look and see what we got on for tomorrow or Monday. And we'll do another show then. Probably Monday. We'll do another show Monday. So let's look at the Monday slate. See what we got. It's a small slate. You got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 games, 3 of which you're not going to be able to bet. But should be able to bet the other ones. And these are my type of schools, man. Arkansas State, Georgia State, teams like that, man. I like these mid-American teams, man. I really do. I like watching them play. Even though it's shitty basketball sometimes, but the heart's there, man. The heart's there. These guys play hard. So, all right. So I'll let you all go, man. I appreciate everybody hanging out, and go over to my page and check out my plays, man. Just like I said, just maybe take a half unit on that Oakland play. Um, I that I can't even. I don't really have the numbers to back that play up. That's just basically a gut play for me, and I didn't put a lot on it. But I played it, so I put it down on the card. So, all right, y'all, have a good one. Appreciate y'all being here. Please do me a favor, bet responsibly, and eat some barbecue. I'd love to eat some barbecue, bro. And let's have a good day, make some money, and get the books. Appreciate y'all being here. My name is